Good afternoon, everyone. So this is Joe again. I am deciding to continue with the YouTube stuff and linking it to my blog. So I'll include the link in this video. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm hoping to really accomplish with all of this. It would be nice. It's nice to get it off my chest instead of journaling, doing the blog posts, and then hopefully the YouTube thing can be continued, but we'll see. I'm not quite sure. I always cringe at myself, hearing myself or watching myself. So for right now, at the very least, these videos are also going to be unedited, unfiltered. It's just going to be just raw recording with no, outtakes or whatnot. So I'm probably going to be rambling a little bit for this, but I kind of wanted to take this chance to talk about myself, about what I hope this channel is going to do. Yeah, so let's see. So my name's Joe, of course. I'm 33 years old. I'm a male, as you can see. I've been struggling with drug addiction and mental health, especially depression and anxiety. I've been struggling with that for most of my adult life. I didn't start using substances until I was 17 when I first smoked weed. So my whole adult life has been dealing with substances, but the depression runs even before that, like in middle school, just feelings of not wanting to be alive and just apathy, unable to get that gumption to get up and do things, which usually helps because once, at least for me personally, when you get up and start moving around, it takes your mind off of what you're worrying about, but also that mild exercise gives you some endorphins. So back to so right now I've been trying to be in active recovery. I feel like I'm now in active recovery. As I've mentioned in my blog posts, I was involved in the mental health court that our county does here. I'm sure other counties and other states have similar therapeutic courts, but the whole premise was for the program is you enter it, you do all the treatment that is recommended, you show up to court, check in with your PO. After a year of success, sometimes a little bit longer, I guess it depends on how successful or how many slip-ups you've had. But usually they graduate within a year, so you avoid the jail time. Well, the consequences of the charges, which in my case was jail time, and then also those charges would be dismissed from the criminal record, so it wouldn't just be covered up; it would just be straight up gone. So yeah, I enrolled in that in March of 2021. For charges I picked up on Christmas Day of 2019, because of my drug use, and I'll talk more about kind of my substances, but because of my drug use, I had been experiencing really significant paranoia and just these delusions, and thinking someone was out to get me or kill me, or I had gained some special knowledge or power from the substance. Well, from nitrous oxide, laughing gas, was my main drug of choice, which really got me in trouble, at least with the law and losing my job. But of course, I've struggled. Not so much struggled. I guess I was what some would call a functioning addict, or a functioning alcoholic. I was smoking weed and drinking, sometimes a few times a week, sometimes almost every day of the week. But either way, it didn't really cause too much problems in terms of my ability to, fulfill my obligations. I was still able to go to nursing school, still able to work full time. Oh man, it's really spacey. I'm sorry. Probably from the nitrous. So the nitrous, after continued use, heavy use, and at that point I'd been using it pretty much daily in large quantities. Even after the gas has left your system, it causes some transient, residue of paranoia and psychosis. So I'd been doing nitrous on that Christmas day, and then I ran out, and I felt like I was trapped in a different reality. So I sped over to the smoke shop, and unfortunately ran a red light, and almost hit two cop cars as each of them were coming off each exit ramp. And instead of doing what a logical person would do and stop the vehicle immediately and be able to explain yourself, um, you know I was just so paranoid, and that's kind of why I ran through the red light, was because my paranoia was telling me that if I stay stopped at this red light, then they're gonna drag you out of your car, kill you, or kidnap you. So continuing speeding. At that point, I had started speeding to the smoke shop. Apparently, in my mind, going into the smoke shop would protect me, or something of the sort. So of course, the police quickly caught up with me, and the smoke shop that I was going to and buying the nitrous is like a block away from the police department. So really bad place to. I mean, bad places anywhere. I mean, not good, but so sped over there, parked my car, sprinted in, and they're pulling up, and being like, "What the hell, dude?" And so, to make a long story short, because I do want to spend more time on this, but this is just a general video. I did pick up 3 charges on that Christmas day. I was charged with resisting arrest, malicious mischief 3, and reckless driving. And in totality, those 3 charges was going to carry a 25-day sentence in jail consecutively. So it was like 10 for the reckless, 10 for resisting, and 5 for the malicious mischief. So kind of what I was going with that. So that's why I was in mental health court, because obviously, jail is not a fun place, and I plan on talking about my experience in jail as well. But yeah, not a really fun place to be. I'll admit, I have to be honest with myself. I probably could have tried harder, but in terms of looking for employment over the past few years, when I did get job offers, like I had a successful interview, and they're like, "Hey, you're hired." Whenever they ran the background check, is when they would see. I think it's mostly the resisting arrest and probably reckless driving. I mean, just is evidence that this person might not be a good fit, and it's kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't, because I could either be like, yeah, I'm a dick to the cops, I'm just this arrogant, hard-headed guy, or oh hey, I was using so many substances that it had dramatically altered my cognition and perception of reality. But my goal is to hopefully start. I've been doing some training for recovery coach. I want to enroll in peer support training as well. I know I'm still really early into my recovery, but ideally I would like to do something like that, because I have worked with peer support before, and they're incredibly helpful. And then a little preface to that, I used to work at a mental health. Well, I was a psychiatric and detox nurse. The very last place I was at, I worked mostly on the detox unit. But even with mental health, I mean, unfortunately, it's a revolving door. They come in, they're sick, they're not well. We stabilize them, discharge them, and then they're back a few weeks later. It's just heartbreaking. So my goal, or at least my thought process, is if I can do peer support, because I have, so much experience with, mental illness and addiction, maybe I can help, even if I just help one person and keep them from having to be hospitalized. I think that's fantastic, because from what I saw, that system's not working in terms of just admit, treat, discharge, and then rinse and repeat. So see if we can help them out in the community before they get to the point where they need to go back into inpatient or whatnot. So let's see. I'm gonna try and keep this video short. I mean, we're almost at 10 minutes, but there's just so much to talk about. I guess I'm gonna do a trial run. I'm gonna see how the blog's doing. I'm gonna see how these two, because I posted a very short introduction video yesterday. See how these do. I'm not doing it for any sort of like validation, social validation, nor am I doing it, for in hopes of financial gains, because I do know to be able to make enough to live on just that, you really have to have that viewership and all those subscribers. So, if I get there, that's great. That would be super awesome. But like I said, this is mostly just for myself to kind of verbally and also, write out my thoughts and feelings. So that way I'm just not feeling super depressed or anxious and just letting it stew. I could put it on paper or put it in this video. So I highly recommend that. I also want to talk about coping skills, but again, another time. Oh man. So yeah, so peer support, nurse, fuck, I don't know where I was going with that. Oh no. Either way, oh yeah, if I didn't mention it, not just help myself, but this blog to help other people. Well, the blog and the videos. If no one sees it or gives a crap, I mean, that's fine. But if it helps at least one person, in terms of just, relatability, or, hey, you're inspirational, or just, I'm just interested in your story. Cause, I have a lot of stories to tell. I know as addicts and people with mental health conditions, we have tons of stories. We all have a unique story and, unique events and experiences. So I'm hoping to be able to share that with everyone, like I said, via blog and via video. But we'll kind of see how things go. I do need to kind of organize myself. This was kind of on the fly. But if I can get some views or even get engagement, I know it's tacky, but if you're feeling proggy, it'd be awesome if you could subscribe and like or comment. I'm really open to constructive criticism, so I do want to improve myself. But so I need to organize myself better. Right now also my physical self-care is pretty crappy, just because I was in jail for only 19 days out of the 25, but I was in jail, a few weeks ago, and, stressed out about moving into this new sober living house. So my physical health is not the greatest. And it's like really noticeable just in terms of my appearance, although that's less concerning about my mental health, which of course is tied to physical health. Normally I'm pretty organized, at least in terms of my thoughts, and can articulate myself pretty well. But as you can see, I'm struggling a little bit, but that's because I haven't really been eating much of anything. And I haven't been taking my usual multivitamin, fish oil, which for me has helped tremendously in terms of, just improving the quality of my life, especially in terms of being able to communicate with others. So that's my goal for today. The reason why I wanted to post this up quickly, because I do want to get a few things done today. I did my IOP group earlier this morning. I've been updating my blog, doing this video. After this, my goal is to eat like a healthy-ish meal, so maybe some oatmeal and yogurt. Finally start taking my vitamins. And then it's a pretty nice day outside, so I'm thinking I might, well, I'm going to commit to bike riding. But I'm not sure if I'm also going to lift weights afterward. But either way, I want to get some physical exercise, because that also really helps with my physical and mental health. So going to do that. And then a few of my roommates here invited me to go to a Alcoholics Anonymous meeting tonight at, I believe it's 6 o'clock. I'll have to check in with them. But at a local church. And I've mostly been doing the SMART recovery. I've done AA and NA before. Wasn't really my cup of tea. I've been liking SMART recovery more, but I think going with some of the roommates will make that a much more enjoyable and beneficial experience. At the very least, kind of as an icebreaker. Hold on. What's up?
Oh,
Well, I'm making a video. I'll be done in just a few minutes. Oh, that was Mike. That's one of the guys that invited me to go out to the meeting tonight. But yeah, so I normally prefer Smart Recovery, but I have gotten some benefit from AA and NA. I think it just depends on the group. You know, it's kind of the same principles, but totally different in practice. You know, you got the 12 steps, but you know how the groups are run and how people participate in that 12-step program, it varies group to group. So yeah, I'm gonna end it here just because Mike, I'm hoping, I was gonna walk yesterday, but got carried away with doing all this blog and social media crap. So I was supposed to walk with him. I didn't. Hopefully he was not going to see if I want to go out and walk, because at the very least that would help. So yeah, so again, you know, I'm open to feedback. I really would appreciate any sort of criticism. If you want to be a dick to me, that's fine too. But yeah, I hope to post another video tomorrow. Yeah, so I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you later.